EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he will go all the way. Mark Andrews, touchdown Ravens. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They send Evans in motion. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Right back to Irving. Finding room at the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. He'll go again here with Irving. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Hey, alert 33.
They send Evans in motion. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a third down. To throw is Mayfield. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On first down, here's Irving. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now Mayfield. That is taken in by the veteran Mike Evans.
Let's go.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Here comes Otten in motion. A give. This is Irving. And not much there. Down to about the 13. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Second down throw for Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to White. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Irving. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown Buccaneers. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. 2nd down, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
What are they?
From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't.
Powering forward. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return is Sean Tucker. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle.
And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On first and 10, here's Baker. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. They go play action with Mayfield. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Baker going to hand it to White. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Looking downfield for Otten. The second down throw is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. 12 yards there, and a first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. Run, run, run. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run with Irving. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Throwing is Mayfield. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Second down, 8 for the first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up now for second down. They'll run here. The offense having a tough time with this noise. It's 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. A short one there to Otten. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll keep it on the ground. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Throwing is Baker. And he is in. The risk pays off. They take the lead here in the final moments of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Wow, that is incomplete. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll buy some time right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch, and the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the 1st possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Barkley, inside handoff. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. The Eagles